name is Adam W. Rodriguez, and this is The Art of R. Welcome to episode 6 of Kenny Vloggins, where I like to talk about the books that I'm reading, the projects that I'm doing, and then whatever else. So in this particular episode, I'm going to talk about books, I'm going to talk about my current projects, and then I'm going to do kind of a day in the life sort of thing to take us out of the video. So let's get started, right? So books that I've been reading. I finally finished this bad boy right here. The Ballad of Black Tom by Victor LaValle. I think that's how I pronounce his last name. This was a really, really great read. It's only about 150 or so pages. It is a retelling of the horror of Red Hook by H.P. Lovecraft. But it is told through the lens of a black character and written by a black author. Now, the horror at Red Hook is considered one of H.P. Lovecraft's more overtly racist books. After I finished reading this book, which was excellent, and I'm going to be doing a review just on it alone, after I finished reading it, I was like, I need to reread the horror at Red Hook. So I went over to my bookshelf and I busted out my trusty Necronomicon, which is a near complete works of H.P. Lovecraft. And I went in and I reread the horror at Red Hook, and it is pretty problematic. Just the way the narrator depicts immigrants, and there's a lot of language in there that I was like, okay, I can see why this is, a problematic piece of literature as far as H.P. Lovecraft is concerned. But what I really, really liked about what LaValle did was he filled in a lot of big blank spaces that were in the original horror at Red Hook, and he created like a character that's specific to just this book, though, Black Tom in particular, which really, really like rounded out the story, made it like super interesting, and I really like that kind of stuff. I do that kind of stuff myself. I like to take pieces of literature and just play around in that sandbox. And from what I understand, H.P. Lovecraft was the kind of guy who encouraged other writers to play in his universe, to write in his universe. So I think that's really awesome. It goes hardcore even more today. I like to write things that are in and out of H.P. Lovecraft's universe myself, and I know several authors who do. So I think it was pretty awesome, and I really enjoyed the reading experience. So now that I am done with that book, I'm getting back onto my TBR that I had established earlier, and I just started reading this one here, Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. I'm only about like 50 or so pages in. I just started it. But I love the humorist style of this book. It's I already know I'm gonna like it. And the thing is like it's one of those books that folks have been like saying, Adam, why haven't you read this book yet? And I'm fixing that now, and I'm enjoying the process. So I'll tell you more about this bad boy. I am going to be doing a review, like I said, about the Ballad of Black Tom. I'm way behind on my reviews, but I like to have about 3 or 4 books like in the queue, because it gives me kind of buffer time when I'm not reading as much. Because right now we're going to go into projects, and I don't get to read as often as I like because I'm doing a whole bunch of writing right now, and that is Disco Dracula, which is going to be premiering in May 5th here in Austin, Texas. And so I'm got to keep my nose to the grind on that one. So my reading is very, very limited. It's the thing that I do right before when I'm relaxed. I'm trying to keep maintaining like the kind of pressure of reading, having a booktube channel to a minimum, just because the whole point is to enjoy the reading process. So I'm not trying to put too much like weight on it. And honestly, these vlogs help out because I get to fill out a little bit of content. I get to share a little bit more with you guys, and it also puts a little less pressure on doing review after review after review. So, also talking about projects, I did complete one, which I had promised earlier that I would complete by mid-March, and I pretty much made that mark. And that's this right here, my latest zine, Pinocchio and Mr. Hyde, number 4. This is a particularly awesome book because I didn't do the artwork. The artwork was done by a man named Larned Justin, who is a great comic book artist. He's a small press publisher, And I like to send my zines into Larned. He has a YouTube channel. It's called Larned Justin, but he has a show called Talking Small Press Comics, where him and another publisher named Steve Keeter promote small press comics. I really, really enjoy the show. They don't discriminate as far as like quality of work and stuff like that. Like I just watched their show, and they were promoting a book that was written by like an elementary school student, and it was like a very charming and wonderful little segment of the show. So anyway, but they also like will do stuff with guys who have been in the industry for years, you know, just doing this like professional level comic book small press stuff. So it's one of the things that I really enjoy about the channel, this kind of spectrum of quality and experience that they're just like more than happy to like promote and talk about. And I really enjoy their show. If you find yourself being curious about like small press comic books and stuff like that, go check out their channel. I'm going to leave their information in the description below. But going back to Pinocchio and Mr. Hyde, this is my ongoing comic book where Pinocchio and Mr. Hyde have become pals, and they're having all these cool misadventures. Currently, these last 2 or 3 issues, they are in 1830s Paris, France. And they are kind of interacting with another story that everybody is familiar with, The Murders in the Rue Morgue by Edgar Allan Poe. So like all of these cool story arcs from, you know, various forms of literature that have crept into the public domain are all kind of finding their way into this book. And I'm trying not to like cram it so much to where the story suffers. I want it to like enrich the story. That's the whole point. So anyway, yeah, check it out. If you are curious about getting a copy of Pinocchio and Mr. Hyde or any of the previous issues, plus I've got several other titles that might interest other people, you know, just go ahead and check out my store. My store is listed and linked in the description below as well. Nice! So yeah, I'm really, really proud of this piece. I really, really enjoyed doing a collaborative with Larned. Larned is a lot of fun, and he's a pro, man. It was a lot of fun just kind of working with another artist. You know, I'm used to doing all the writing and drawing myself, and it was kind of it was just cool to like kind of learn how that process works in a very like low stakes, not high pressure kind of environment. And I learned a lot working with Larned. So I hope he and I end up doing a few more of these books. It sounds like that might happen. So I'm excited. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm currently working on another book right now, which will be Sharkman Part 2, which is one of my ongoing series. And I'm hoping to have that one done by like midsummer, maybe. But I've got a whole lot of artwork that I need to catch up on. And, you know, I may have bitten off more than I can chew. We shall see what the end of the year looks like. But lots of projects. I mean, that's really what keeps me going, is just keeping busy with lots and lots of cool artwork and projects. You know, I tend to prioritize the ones that are commissions for other people and stuff that I'm doing as collaborations with other people. So hopefully that turns out, you know, the way I want it to. We shall see. We shall see. My nose to the grindstone. Cool. Well, that is pretty much it for this update on books and projects. I really hope you enjoyed watching this particular episode. I know I enjoyed making it. So now let's just kind of move on into a day in the life where I am kind of doing my art rounds a little bit of theater, a little bit of food here in Austin, Texas. So take it away, me. Hey, I'm in downtown Austin off of Congress, and I'm going to go to my favorite store and replenish the zines and stickers. Maybe even give them some prints. Monkey See, Monkey Do out on South Congress. It's an excellent place. It's got vintage toys, new toys, all sorts of cool novelties. It's a wonderful store. You should go and check it out because they sell my stickers. Oh my gosh, all of my assorted stickers are sold here. And my art prints, which you can also buy at my online store. They also sell my zines. So go check out Monkey See, Monkey Do on South Congress in Austin, Texas. And now that I'm done with my sticker sales, I'm gonna go a little further down Congress, get me a bite to eat, maybe take in some local theater. I love this place, you guys. There's all this great mural art all around it. It's called Home Slice. It's a great place to get a slice of pizza, but in my opinion, it has probably got the single best turkey sub in Austin, Texas. It is so good. Then I'm gonna go and take in a little local theater, you guys. Please, people, you should go and support your local theater, especially your community guys. These guys are like just pouring their hearts out in these wonderful pieces of art. One of my favorite places to go is the Vortex out on Manor. These guys do all these wonderful shows, great art, great sets, great lights, original scripts. I mean, it's just wonderful art. Art in living form. Awesome. Well, that is it for this particular episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed making it for you and sharing. So we will see you next time here at the Arts of R. Ciao.